Hey everybody, it's me again, your favorite widow. Just wanted to check in. It's been a while, and for me, here on the East Coast, in the Southeast to be exact, school has started. So I always like to get a message out to my widows and widowers for those moments where typically you would share with your spouse. And for me, it was always the first day of school was one of them. Um, my husband and I are avid supporters of education. Um, More so my husband than anything. Um, he come from a long line of, oh my goodness, of high school, college educators from his family. Um, so education was always like, I don't know, it was for him, it was like gold, okay? And for me too, you know. So once again, I started year this year, school year, um, going to three different schools. I have a high school senior, then my seventh grader, and my third grader. So I had three different open houses to go to. And I just wanted to step in because even although it's been 8 years for me, I still at times are overwhelmed when I'm at things like when school first starts and open houses and PTA meetings or PTSA meetings, and I'm the only one there. And I kind of skim the room and I can see, spouses and mates talking amongst each other and things like that. And it's beautiful. It continues to keep love alive in me. And I just feel like a lot of times that I, I it's been times I sat in some meetings and I just well up. I don't cry, like tears don't roll down my eyes as much. Sometimes I just take a deep breath and my eyes will get a little glossy. And now they quickly dry up. And I, I can honestly say this go round, year 8, doing this by myself. I didn't cry. I didn't have those involuntary, heavy, really, really hot tears rolling down my face that I just can't make stop. I had a whole lot of those. And this time my eyes just kind of got a little glossy. I breathed deep and I released. And I looked around and I just smiled. I did. It felt so good. And I want each of you to know. So if you having those involuntary, what I call involuntary teardrop, it's okay. Because when I did it, I wasn't ashamed of them. Of course, it may cause those in the room to approach and ask you if things are okay, and that's okay. You know, that shows you know humanity at its best. That they see someone who is in some form of distress to some extent. You know, so I've had that, and I just say, well, I'm fine. Those were those moments when I really didn't want to talk about what was going on. I just say, I'm fine. It's good. I'm all right. And there are times when I have had to, it was just so overwhelming, I would just get up and I would just leave. And that's okay too. Okay. But I always go back because our children are an extension of our loved ones, whether they're biologically theirs or not, them being around them, their mannerism, their character, their enthusiasm, and their spirit belongs to them. They're a part of it. So always invest in your children, or so go back. Face those feelings uh, head on, and just know that it gets better. But you remember now, I always say, be intentional on your joy and on your healing process. Okay? And I just wanted to share that. I know it's been a while. Um, as a widow to know other widows or people that know are in contact with widows or widowers, when you are catapulted, I'm digressing just for a second, into single parenthood, and I don't really like using single parenthood and widowship or widowership in the same breath. But when you're catapulted in a situation where you're doing absolutely everything, from the physical, the financial, the emotional, the psychological, it can be, not it is overwhelming until you find your rhythm, or you can use the word, I like the word rhythm, you know, or you find your method, your way of categorizing and your pace at managing and balancing so many aspects of life um, by yourself. All right. So back to handling those emotions, recognize them, own them. They don't define who you are at all. But I just want you, for those that, you know, and if this is new or fresh to you, I'm telling you, it gets better. And it gets better when you are intentional on your joy. You hear me? Feel yourself, and you can give to others. I know people hear all the time, oh yeah, yeah, fill your own cup before you feel. But I literally had to stop and just take care of me, because had I not, it was so much. And like I said, in this physical world that you have to manage, bills, mortgages, transportation, all those things that you can actually put your hands on. Then there's those emotional components, because children have emotions. You got emotions going on. Then you got the family and extended family, right? Then you have to work, sometimes, for those that do. And you got chores, you know. So take care of you. Find your rhythm, find your balance. And, I can't guarantee much. Well, some things I can. But I can tell you from experience, if you're intentional on your joy, it gets better. You won't cry as much. You'll smile more. And when those tears or those emotions return, they don't have the type of power that they had in the beginning. Like I said, I was there at the open house and I welled up. And I was like, okay, I got this. I shook it off. So I acknowledge you. Yeah, I miss Chris. I miss the love that we had. And I look at myself and I was like, but I'm okay. My children are okay. So be blessed. And I got another video I want to post about a statement my oldest son made. So first day of school, no longer the blues. I'm telling you, it gets better.